Hi, Pastor Dustin here with my first thoughts on the text. And today we're talking about the epistle for the Tuesday of Holy Week, which is today, which is exciting. We are having worship every night of Holy Week here at Messiah Lutheran Church in Schenectady, New York, which is really exciting. Monday through Wednesday, we have a short evening compline service chanted out of the Evangelical Lutheran worship, of course followed by Maundy Thursday services at 7 p.m. on Thursday, Good Friday services also at 7 p.m. on Friday, and Easter Vigil at 8 p.m. on Saturday. So anyway, this is first thoughts on the text, where I just briefly go over the text, one of the texts for the appointed day. Usually it's a Sunday, but doing a lot of these this week. And then just finish by asking you, the viewer, a question. So I'm going to read the text for today, the epistle for Tuesday of Holy Week. It is 1 Corinthians 1, 18 through 31. And it might sound familiar because I'm pretty sure this is one of the epistles 2 Sundays ago, maybe? It works. For the message about the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing, but to us who are being saved it is the power of God. For it is written, I'll destroy the wisdom of the wise, and the discernment of the discerning I will thwart. Where is the one who is wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the debater of this age? Has not God made foolish the wisdom of the world? For since in the wisdom of God the world did not know God through wisdom, God decided through the foolishness of our proclamation to save those who believe. For Jews demand signs and Greeks desire wisdom, but we proclaim Christ crucified. A stumbling block to Jews and foolishness to Gentiles, but to those who are the called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ the power of God and the wisdom of God. For God's foolishness is wiser than human wisdom, and God's weakness is stronger than human strength. Consider your own call, my sisters and brothers. Not many of you were wise by human standards, not many were powerful, not many were of noble birth. But God chose what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. God chose what is weak in the world to shame the strong. God chose what is low and despised in the world, things that are not, to reduce to nothing things that are, so that one might boast in the presence of God. He is the source of your life in Jesus Christ, who became for us wisdom from God, and righteousness and sanctification and redemption, in order that, as it is written, let the one who boasts boast in the Lord. Wow, well, a lot going on there. The thing I want to focus on, though, the thing that jumps out at me is one of the verses. I'll just repeat that one verse, or maybe it's a couple verses. Yes, it is one verse. Verse 22. For Jews demand signs and Greeks desire wisdom. For Jews demand signs and Greeks desire wisdom. So, obviously Paul there is talking about how those particular cultures were expecting to see God, what those particular cultures valued. And I wonder what our culture values. Where are we we know that Jesus, and I say it all the time in my sermons, and it's sort of a quintessential Lutheran idea that Jesus shows up where we least expect Jesus to. On a cross, as a baby, in those very bland communion wafers. Jesus shows up in places where we least expect it. But the question we, at least at Messiah, haven't talked about, I don't think, too much recently, is where are those places that we are expecting to see God in our culture? It's kind of like, what does our culture value? Money, maybe? Security? I don't know. There's probably a lot of different answers, but that's my question for sure. Because I think in answering that question, it can help us think about what things we value ahead of actually paying attention to where God is at work in our lives. So, anyways, that is my question for Tuesday of Holy Week on 1 Corinthians 1:18-31. Where are we in our culture today in 21st century postmodern North America? Where are we expecting to see God? Or how are we expecting to see God? Jews demanded signs, Greeks desired wisdom. But where are we and in how are we expecting to see God? We'll be talking about that question during our compline worship service tonight at Messiah at 7 p.m. It's a great, relatively brief evening meditative service. It's really beautiful, and I really hope you can join us. Thanks so much, and have a blessed Tuesday of Holy Week. God bless.